We are going to diggity dive into the tape. And from what I understand, you saw 3 goals last night that kind of were related or made you think of the same thing. And that's what we're looking at today, right?
So a few of these teams might be diggity diving in the standings and missing the playoffs. And here's the thing I want to do, and I want to point this out preemptively. I've been in this position. I've had coaches call me in the office and go over these things. So I'm not trying to make it sound like I never had these things.
From your high horse.
There's no high horse here. I'm just saying I had to learn, just like every player has to learn. There's certain times of year you've got to execute. You've got to eliminate players from plays. And I just want to give a little analogy real quick. We've all played a certain level of basketball of some sort, even if it's in gym class.
Grade 8 MVP.
Were you?
I was point guard, baby.
Oh, yeah. So you'll know this exactly.
I can dish it.
Doesn't matter if you're a point guard or a big in basketball. If you're on the defensive side and a shot goes up, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to box out, right? You're supposed to preemptively secure a defensive, locate somebody. You don't just stand there. The ball doesn't go up and you just turn and look at the rim and then respond after the ball hits the rim and comes off. You try to get position and make sure you're in a spot to get it. Set yourself up for success. So we're going to show a couple clips here, and here's some of the teams that we're talking on. We're talking on teams that are bubble teams getting in the playoffs. If they want to get in, I think they need to clean these areas up. One of the teams is going to be the Calgary Flames. That's one of them that we had. And let's pause it right at the top here. We have the Calgary Flames as one. We have the Florida Panthers who won the game, but I just want to point something out. They've been playing really good, but these are just some little things too.
Nashville?
And Nashville, thank you, Each.
You're welcome.
Nashville, Jack, I should remember because of those pants. And so Nashville, right. But so here's my point in this, and we're going to roll it through. So let's roll it through, and then we'll re-rack it. And we're going to watch 3-1 here. And this Calgary Flames up by 2 goals. You should be able to win this game with 2 minutes left in the third period. Drake Batherson scores this goal. And we're going to bring it back here. And this is what I want to see. I want to see you close out. So we're going to get a pause right at the beginning. I want you to close out players. You preemptively look around, say, all right, this play's happening over here. I don't need to know what's going on there. I need to know what's going around me. I need to secure an area for my team, especially when it's 3-1 and you're a team like Calgary needs every point you can get right now. And we're going to roll it forward a little bit here, and we're going to get a pause. So right here, a lot of reaching is going to happen. So you're in a spot here. You would think, well, this Calgary Flames team should be able to get this puck right now, right? Roll it forward a little bit. We got reaching. Pause it there. We got one player reaching in, one player reaching in, and you get a stick that kind of keeps this play alive. Roll it forward a little bit, and this puck's going to come in here. Pause it here. Reach, okay? Don't reach. Go in there and just stand in front. You don't have to hit the guy. You don't want an interference penalty. Just go stand and get in his way. That should have been in the corner when this is happening. Go towards a player, stick on puck, and just go in, stand in front of him. A lot of these clips, it's not about going in there and laying someone out with a big Jacob Trouba-esque hit. It's just getting in their way and roll it forward. Reaching's not going to get it done. Reach. Pause it here. Another reach. Here comes another reach from Tandem. Dubé standing in here trying to help out. No one's doing and taking care of boxing out the one player that's in the spot to make you pay. Roll it forward. And that's Batherson's in here. Still, pause it here. That play came towards Batherson. I get it, 6-on-4. Someone just come in here, box him out, push him out here, and let your goaltender see what's happening. Roll it forward. Nothing happens here. Puck comes out. You're going to get a shot on goal, and that guy still, no one ever accounted for him. Everybody's reaching for pucks, and he's just going to tap one in from the goal line. All right, that makes it 3-2. We know what happened the rest of that game. Next clip here. Roll forward. Nashville Predators. They need every point they can get against the Coyotes. Watch Lawson Krause in front of the net. This will be his second goal. The other one's on a power play. But it's just, guys, I mean, come on. We got to bring this back here. It's looking around, all right? Like, let's picture it from this standpoint. Pause it here. So this puck's going to go behind the net. Roll it forward. And you're going to watch bodies, the positioning. You've got bodies, you've got numbers. And as this play rolls, this is going to be your goal scorer, Krause. And as this puck comes around the net here, you need to meet on this post. Pause it here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 here. And actually, I don't even think any Nashville Predator knows about this player out here. And so what ends up happening, you start drifting. These players are drifting this way. You've got no one coming here and taking care of the one guy. The shot's gone up to the rim right here. The shot's gone up to the rim. Why are we waiting till it bounces off the rim to see what's happening? No, box out right here. Roll it forward. Lawson Krause is sitting here. A pass, that should not happen. That can't happen if you want every point to help your team make the playoffs. We're going to roll to the next clip here. And this is another one. Again, the Florida Panthers win this game, But this is Zuccarello coming to the middle of that. Way too comfortable. If a team's grabbing the middle of the ice like that, you've got problems. You're not defending in the middle of the ice very well. Kaprizov scores this goal. We'll bring it back to the top here and pause it here. So Matt Zuccarello comes in, roll it slowly forward, and you don't want players to feel this confident. Cut to the middle of the ice. He cuts to the middle of the ice, not really receiving good hard back pressure. All right, he comes to the middle of the ice, pause it here. We got to reach. We're going to have another reach. Roll it forward. We're reaching. Stop it here. Kaprizov's going to get it now. We're going to just, all you got to do is stand in his way. I mean, Lomberg can run out of position, stand in his way. Ekblad can step up, stand in his way. Anybody, just stand there. He can't go through you, but if you're going to be passive and you're going to reach, that's an all or nothing play. And roll it forward here. Kaprizov comes in here, pause it. How is there not someone standing in his way, right? Like, you can't allow this. As we roll it, Kaprizov's going to come here. Fantastic shot to beat Bob short side. But these are preventative things, right? It's just being hard to play against and getting in someone's way. I mean, that is something I think that good teams do, playoff teams do. You need to do it come playoff time. I'm concerned that some of this stuff's still happening. And if you're a coach of some of these teams, you're like, guys, we got to start being hard to play against. Like, those teams all need every point here that you can get. 2 of those teams lost those games last night. Like, you got to be better in those areas. Those are controllable. Just looking around, not be puck watching, and eliminate players when you can.
Those are great tapes, and I thought the thing that stood out to me on all of them, the defending team had numbers in every case.
Every case.
In every case.
You're in a good scenario.
Outnumbered. I mean, the Calgary one, that was ridiculous how that played out, and all of them really were really just great points by you.
And the point that sometimes I've said on here before, it's like when you play with conviction, and that just means make your decision and be all in on it. And now teammates can read off you, right? Even if it's not, you can make the bad read and be totally fine. If one of those players just goes and stands in front of that player, even if they left something on the backside, at least it's shown everybody else on the ice, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. When you're reaching and you're poking with sticks, everyone's like, does he have them? Does he not have them? Is he going? Is he not going? Yeah. Should I go? Shouldn't I go? And when you get 5 guys on the ice with that doubt, that's what's going to happen. A lot of passive plays.
Yeah.
Create doubt, make them earn the space, all of that stuff, right?
Yeah, it was.
Well, listen, I know you were shaking your head at something else that you saw in the Canucks game last night. Explain that.
Like the Canucks are not battling for a playoff spot. And for good reason, because they don't defend very well.
But some of their players are battling for the coach's respect.
People are watching all these games, but I mean, Mike, what do you think of this line change by the Canucks here? Now, they're down 4-1 late, but I mean, they got a new coach. You know, scouts are in the building watching. You would think the 2 defensemen go to the bench, as well as Kuzmetsov goes to the bench as well. Kuzmenko goes, and then Hughes goes, and Myers go, and the puck isn't secured in the neutral zone at all, and here come the Red Wings. I mean, I know Colin Delia, people will say, well, they need better goaltending. Well, I don't know what Colin Delia is going to do here. I mean, get Jacques Plante in there maybe. I mean, maybe he'll make the save. I don't know, but, like, that's just not good. Yeah. I mean, and Rick Tocchet after the game, I mean, he realizes usually when guys come into coach a team, they're usually not coming into like the Stanley Cup champions. So there's a lot of work to be done on defense there. And like they don't have great personnel on defense, but it certainly doesn't help when you make bad line changes. And that was a 3rd period line change, not a long change where you could get caught.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of times line changes are funny because this came up the other night in the Ranger game too when I was working that game, and 2nd period line changes are really difficult.
That's different,
they're
right?
a real struggle. If any time and I know that wasn't forwards, but any time you have all 3 forwards change at the same time, there's something in my head. If I'm coming off, if my 2 line mates went off and I went off, I think even with not knowing what happened behind me, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Like, I don't care how tired I am. I have to buy time for the next group to come out, and their job is to talk to me and be like, Rupper, switch with me. I'll get you closer to the bench. Yeah. So they'll come over, fulfill my job. I can stand in the middle of the ice for a few seconds, move over to the other guy's spot, and they kind of trickle you over towards the bench. When you don't have, you should know in that situation, both defensemen, it's a neutral zone counter.
Yeah.
Like, that puck's not the other end of the ice. It's a neutral zone counter. Both defensemen can't change. You can't have a forward change in lazily as well. So, yeah, these things are, listen, again, I did them. I was a culprit of these things too, but I learned really quick, especially playing in that Devils organization, if you want to win, these are the details. We don't care about scoring goals as much. take care of these things, and you'll play on this team. Some of these guys, they got to watch these tapes, and they got to figure it out.
Yeah, the Canucks did not hand off a good shift there, as they say.